Morning students, last class we were seeing with the biogeochemical cycles. We have already seen the water cycle and nitrogen cycle. Now today we have to learn about the carbon cycle. Now carbon is found in various forms on the surface of the earth. It exists in the elemental form. Elemental means a free form in the form of graphite and diamond. In the combined state, it can exist as carbon dioxide, which is present as a gas in the atmosphere, as carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, etc. Carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, usually you find it in salts. These are the chemical salts which you can find either in the form in the soils or in the rocks, etc. Other than that, carbon is present inside the cell in the form of proteins, carbohydrates, fats, nucleic acids and vitamins. If you look at the structure of all these elements, you will find that carbon, hydrogen and oxygen form an important part in the formation of these nutrients like proteins, carbohydrates, fats, etc. Other than that, carbon is also present in the form of calcium carbonate in the shells of the animals living deep under the sea. So on page 199 in your book, the carbon cycle is given, but I have simplified this diagram by breaking the diagram into two parts. Let us first see how the carbon is being removed from the atmosphere, and then we will come to the next part, that how carbon is added back to the atmosphere so that the cycle is continuing. So let us look at the first point, that is how carbon is removed. Here you can see that carbon that is present in the atmosphere, that dissolves with the water whenever it rains, and it will be forming carbonic acid. This is the formula of carbonic acid. This acid will be directly passing into rivers and oceans. Carbonic acid is also one of the cause of the acid rains. This carbonic acid, when it moves to rivers and oceans, it will combine with the water that is present in the rivers, oceans, seas, etc. Water present in the river usually dissociates into H plus and OH minus. This is a chemical dissociation of water. And carbonic acid, that will dissociate into H plus and CO3 minus. Here you find that because of the acid rain that is continuously falling on the rocks, the weathering of the rocks takes place. Rocks contain certain minerals like calcium, magnesium, sodium, etc. All these minerals, they are also washed away with the rains, and they are going to get deposited inside the water. And when the acid rain dissociates and the carbonate is released here, from the weathering of the rocks you are getting these salts. Here the calcium and the carbonate salts will combine together to give a substance called calcium carbonate. This calcium carbonate forms the shells of the animals. So you can see the animals which are living deep under the sea, their shells, like mollusk you have, okay, shelled animals. You might have seen oyster is there. All these shelled animals, their shells are made up of calcium carbonate, which is a chemical substance. Now another thing how the carbon is removed from the atmosphere is that during photosynthesis, what is going to happen, that is carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere will be utilized by the plants, and they will convert the carbon dioxide into glucose molecule. In this glucose molecule you can see that carbon is present. When the animal will eat this plant, automatically the carbon is going to enter inside the body of the animals. Now you may have a question here that how carbon is present, and I am mentioning about carbon dioxide here. Actually the carbon present in the atmosphere, as I told you, only in graphite and diamond carbon is present in elemental form. Elemental form means only C, that is carbon is present. Other than that, carbon is always present in combined form, that is as oxides, which you can see here, that is carbon dioxide, or carbonate, CO3 or HCO3, which you call it as hydrogen carbonate. Now let's look at the next part, that is how the carbon dioxide is added back to the atmosphere. Now you can see how the carbon is getting added back. The plants and the animals while respiration are going to give out the carbon dioxide gas. Similarly, the death and the decomposition of both plants and animals takes place, and when they get buried inside the soil for a longer period of time, that is millions of years, they get converted into fossil fuels. These fossil fuels like petroleum, diesel, coal, etc., we extract from the surface of the earth and we use it for driving the vehicles. Many factories utilize it, and when you are using it, what you are actually doing, you are burning these fossil fuels. Burning of the fossil fuels is called as combustion. So this combustion is also going to give out carbon dioxide gas. This all will together maintain the level of carbon in the atmosphere. So I think now it is clear how the carbon is getting removed as well as how the carbon is getting added back.